Right then, hi guys. Yes, it is me, Jane Hinchliffe, otherwise known as Crazy Jane. Also head admin of MC UK, Medicinal Cannabis UK. You were a bit low down. Let me grab a box and pause. Right, I am back. I've forgotten what it was I went to get now because I've tied it up again a bit since then. But whatever it was I went to get, it must have been important. Oh yeah, the box to put the laptop on. Sorry, I was on a video call before I decided I needed to cook some dinner. And while I was on the video call, due to social anxiety, obviously I was on my venti quite a lot. So I had a couple of, it was the rainbow sherbet, big nasty rainbow sherbet through my venti. So yeah, you'll have to forgive me for being a little bit medicated. Do not think that just because I can have a glass of wine after I've medicated that you can. This is a medical disclaimer. I have done this lots and lots of times before, and I know that when I get a room spinny, I actually enjoy it. And plus, I'll only have one glass while I'm cooking, and that'll be it. So it's not like I'm going to get drunk. But yeah, please don't drink with your cannabis meds if you're not used to it, if you're out, if you're in unusual circumstances, unusual surroundings. It's just not worth it because I've been there and I've had my head in many buckets. And I don't mean the bong type of buckets either. I mean like buckets. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick video while I'm cooking. So I actually need to start cooking because although half of it's done, I've got, so for the last 2 nights I've had stuffed pepper with mince, onion, bit of mushroom stuffed in peppers with cheese, and it was really nice. But I'm starving tonight, and I've been shopping. I'm like, shall I have the ostrich? Shall I have the fish? Shall I have a? And I've gone to put the asparagus in the pan, and I'm like, damn, I've still got this to use. So I've got to use it tonight, otherwise it's going to go off. So I thought what I'd do is, because I'm not going to have a chance to do a catch up, because later, by the time it comes around to me getting medicated again, I'm going to be too tired to do a video, too tired to have a catch up. And I haven't really had a catch up since Cannabis Europa. And oh my God, what an amazing time I had. It was absolutely brilliant. So it's like, I mean, you know that I've been to events in the past, and you all know, I mean, 2019, the first one, the patient conference, I was on the stage. So for those of you that don't know, you can find the video somewhere, probably back in my thingy. What happened was I was up on stage and Mary Biles was asking the questions, and there was the people all to the side of me, and stupidly I was last. I thought, last, fine, be last, I'll be last. Yeah, no worries, I'll go last, no problem. So I'm going last, and the longer it's taking, the more anxious I'm getting. And the more my autonomic nervous system is kicking off, my fascia starts to misbehave. I start to panic. My hands literally went purple. Oh my God, I've never felt so strange in my entire life. I thought I was going to pass out. I thought I was going to black. I didn't know. I could feel my heart coming out my chest. Oops, I just put pepper. But yeah, that was my first attempt at but I did it. The fact is that I didn't bottle it. I was about to slice that pepper then. That's not what I'm doing. Stop getting distracted, Jane. I can cook and talk at the same time. Honestly, I can. I might melt bloody spoons to pans, but I can cook. And so when I was down in London with Joanne, I was cooking for her, and we're FaceTiming Kat, showing her around the apartment, and I'd left the fucking plastic spoon in the pan, and I didn't realise it was still on, and it melted it. You see, I'm not supposed to cook unsupervised, so you were my supervision. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I know he's a bit dangerous, but yeah, it's okay. I usually FaceTime one of my friends when I'm cooking for safety reasons. I think they get sick of it. So anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, so I was saying like 2019, serious anxiety, massive physical symptoms because of the autonomic nervous system going into overdrive, putting me into fight or flight, and then I think I had a year without really doing anything. Then I got an invite to Product Earth, and I went for one day at Product Earth one year, and again that time I was pretty anxious. I can remember going around and talking to people. I can't really remember much of it. I can remember giving Dr. Sunny a hug. I can remember talking to the people on the life stand because I left my volcano there. I wasn't sure what they'd have there, so me being me would be anxious. I take my volcano everywhere. Well, I used to. I don't anymore. But yeah, it was, and I had to go back to the Airbnb briefly in the afternoon because I needed to de-people for a bit because that's just how I was. And then I went back for the night and I was dancing a bit and hanging around and stuff, sat by the fire. But I was still pretty nervous and anxious and I don't know, not comfortable, just not relaxed enough. And then obviously the next year when I went to Product Earth, I was with Mike and I got so baked. It was ridiculous. We did the full weekend camping and I had too many edibles, too many edibles. I had the Death Bears and the 500 milligram. Now I'd been on some other 200 milligram ones, sweets, just generic, I don't know, just whatever sweets people were selling and giving away and stuff. And I'd had a fair old bit and I slept really well in the tent. But when I woke up, I had a crick in my neck. And me being me, like panicked and thought it'd be a good idea to eat all of the edibles that were left, which included another 3 or 5 of these 500 milligram Death Bears. So yes, I had a lot of milligrams, most I've ever had in my life. And I couldn't stand up, literally couldn't stand up for hours. And I finally could stand up, yeah, I was still baked. Luckily, I'd done the talk that I needed to do the night before that happened. That night I was on a panel with Christopher Hobday and Guy Coxall, amongst others. Again, I can't really remember what we were talking about because anxiety means I forgot. Mike didn't bring me any weed. I was telling him, I'm saying, bring me a volcano bag, and he's just there like, what? Oh, men, idiot. And there's Christopher Hobday's partner there bringing in volcano bag after volcano bag, and I'm like, Mike, what she's doing? Yeah. Anyways, enough about that. So then where did we get to? So after that, I don't think, did I do anything last year? I can't even remember. What year was that? Oh, I did the London one. Oh, the London one was interesting. Oh yeah, that was quite good actually. Apart from, what's my phone doing? Oh, it's nothing. Well, sorry, Bertie, you are important. It's not nothing important. It's my friend. Oh, I'd better pause it and check it's nothing too serious. 1 second. Yeah, so that year, so I lose track of what the years were. So 20. Which year was Drum Sheds? When it was Drum Sheds, and I went to that Product Earth, and I bumped into Nanny from Nanny's Edibles again, and ended up sharing a hotel room with her on the night. Bless her, because I snore like a. Apparently, I didn't snore, which is a miracle. But yeah, it was a good session that year because I was there by myself because Mike couldn't come, and yeah, I was still pretty relaxed. And I didn't have anywhere to go to apart from my car. I went back to my car a couple of times to get a bit of alone time, but again, it was a bit of an improvement. But I was also going through menopause. Well, I still am, but I was only just understanding that I was going through menopause, and it was messing with my head a bit, and I don't know, it was sending me really weird and scatting. So yet again, I can't really remember much of that one. It's weird, but I do remember having a good time. I remember people smoking inside. I remember lots of walking around and chatting with people. But yeah, they sort of all blend into one after a bit. But this time, Cannabis Europa, it's so much different because it's like I'm back to me. I've got the old me back, the me from when I was sort of like 25, to be fair. When I used to go into clubs by myself, I used to go out clubbing by myself because you couldn't be trusted to go out in a group with me because I'd wander off. Well, no, you could go out in a group, but I would never go out just me and one other girl because I would always wander off, guaranteed. So I'd never I could never leave another lass by themselves. I'm going to have to get some cheese. I forgot the cheese. So, yeah, so I always used to go out with either two other lasses or in a group, which never really happened because I wasn't very popular. Or I'd just go out on my own. Fuck it. And yeah, so I used to just go out by myself and rock up to clubs, have a dance, get extremely drunk, drive home. God, we did some stuff when we were younger. We really did. But yeah, we're still here. But yeah, when I was younger, I don't know, I just had so much confidence, and it's like I was bullied a lot at school, and I wasn't one of the popular ones, and people used to call me a witch because of my hair, because I didn't know how to deal with my hair back then. My mum used to brush it and make it frizz like hell, and it always looked hideous. So I need to put the oven on. It's not going to cook anything if the oven's not on, is it? But I need this pan for the asparagus, so I've like got to prep this so that I can put the asparagus on. But this takes about 40 minutes. It takes ages. Oh, and I haven't seasoned the bloody thingies yet. I'm going to have to do it with the stuffing. That's a bit silly. So yeah, so like I said, I was quite outgoing when I was younger. I know it was pretty much all alcohol fueled, alcohol and ecstasy. With the odd bit of amphetamine and some cocaine thrown in for good measure, and then back at a house party with a bit of ketamine, crikey, we certainly got up to it all. But do you know what I mean? It was, and then it's like as I got older, I lost all that confidence. It all just disappeared with illness, and you become a shell of yourself. And it's like recently I've been breaking out and finding myself, and yeah, down in London, I really found the old me, the fun me that goes to a business event, talks to people, walks up to people and says, "Hi, I'm Jane. What is it that you do? Nice to meet you." Do you know what I mean? And just chats with anybody. And I was really comfortable and confident chatting with people. I mean, I was even chatting with like the owner director of 4C Labs, Greg Dobbins. He seems like a really nice guy. I was talking about why they don't do outdoor growing. And one of the reasons that they won't do outdoor growing is because of the fluctuations in THC levels with cloud cover, which makes sense because when clouds come over, the THC levels drop because THC is formed by the sun blasting down and the plant kicking out all the THC to protect itself. So I says to him, well, if the patients don't care, if the patients are only bothered about the terpene profile because they love a strain, then why is it a problem? And apparently, every time that the THC level changes by more than 10%, each product, even though it's the same strain, has to be registered as a new product. And then they've got to get the licenses to import it and everything like that. So that is why they're not doing outdoor grows. So, I mean, I personally think that we should be pushing the regulators, somebody should be pushing the regulators to change it, that each strain should be the product, regardless of the THC level. And then that way, companies like 4C Labs might just be willing to do some under glass grows using the sun. And some might even go into outdoor growing. It is possible. You know, it's kind of like nature, it grows outside. But for some reason, they're not very keen on doing it. I don't know. I think cannabis plants are very good at protecting themselves. I've had stuff from outdoor grows, from CBD companies, and it's been much superior to an indoor grow, terpene profile wise. But anyway, I digress again. What was I talking about? So yeah, as you can see, I mean, I've remembered the conversations I've had. I mean, I met the guy that did first cannabis adverts on the tubes. So he had to get round the cannabis marketing laws because it's illegal to advertise cannabis and stuff. So what he did instead to get people thinking, he's the one that came up with the, if you're reading this, you have an endocannabinoid system. Genius, isn't it? So people be like, endocannabinoid system. And you can't help it, but you got to go Google it, haven't you? Well, I would. Any half-intelligent person would. And any nosy person would. But the fact is that seed is planted, and that word is then stuck in their head forever, be it whether they want it stuck there or not. And it's a genius. I mean, I spoke with loads of people, and yeah, it just sort of shows how much further I've come on. The fact that I'm remembering stuff because I'm not stuck in panic mode and my brain's not overloaded. I mean, I did get put in the corner for a bit. I came in on the second day and we were late. I was with Joanne, and she got a bit tipsy the night before, and we were up very late because we'd been out playing pool, and then obviously she had some wine. I think she was on wine. I didn't drink. I was on my vape. You know me. I don't drink, you know me. I don't drink when I'm out. That's the difference. I don't mind having a drink at home because that way, if I do get too tipsy, all I do is go to bed. It's fine. But what was I saying? So yeah, I mean, I met loads of other people. Met some more app developers. Turk AI. They want to do another review app. I know. There's a lot of them, but this one they're willing to pay. I don't know if any of the ones are. I think one of them is offering something or other, but they're also wanting patient stories. So I need to try and collect some patient stories together. But this means it's going to take forever to use. I'm going to have to freeze the rest of it. It was a big pack. I was supposed to share it with Mike, but he's not here, is he? So I'm going to use it all myself. So yeah, that's going to go in the freezer now. Oh heck. So yeah, who else did I meet? I spoke with them lady from Tilray that didn't know why cannabis was illegal in the UK, and I gave her a crash course in UK politics, cannabis politics. Like 10 seconds it took to explain it. Cannabis corruption in the UK. Theresa May and Victoria Atkins, Capita Group, British Sugar. What else can you say? Simultaneously saying that cannabis has no medicinal value, whilst also exporting 70% of the world's medicinal cannabis abroad. But no medicinal. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. Right, I'm just going to have to put this into something. I'm going to pause you for a minute while I find something to put this into. Right, where am I up to? Right, I'm thinking instead of washing the pan, I'm going to leave all the beef fat in it and cook the asparagus off in the beef fat with the one that I'm not that keen on. And let me just grab more of that. Yeah, you see, the problem is that I bought it reduced, so if I don't use it all, it's going to go off. So I've got some, but I'm going to have to use it all, I'm afraid. And bottoms need cutting off because they go a bit chewy. Oh, well, to be fair, they weren't as soft as the other ones. Right, so 2 lots of asparagus for 1 person. Yeah, those ones were much better, Nick. Oh well, we'll soon tell the difference, won't I? I have kitchen roll now. I went shopping. I know, and I've got to go and water the tomatoes and everything yet, so I'm going to have to get these going. I need to get some oil onto these. I've got a cheese on. Oil. Hand dryer. Right. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Right, what am I looking for? Oil. Where the freaking... There it is. So, what was I saying? Before I get my hands all oily, because so while I was at the Tilray Life mixer, I got talking to this young lad that makes a herbal blend. He makes it as a safer, as an alternative to tobacco, because obviously, as a non-addictive alternative to tobacco, because it's certainly not safer. In fact, it's probably more harmful. Tobacco, yes, has got nicotine in, but this has got in it, I don't know if you can read it, probably not, so I'll read it out to you. So it has got marshmallow leaf, hops, rose petal, pretty typical standard, marigold petals, a little bit of an irritant. And chamomile, very much an irritant, and also some people can be allergic to it. Expertly infused with manuka honey, not designed to be inhaled. That's to increase the moisture retention and create a smooth taste. Made by hand in a home facility that handles nuts, peanuts, sesame, gluten, soy, dairy, celery, mustard, fish, mollusks, crustaceans, lupin, eggs, and sulfites. Trace amounts of these allergens may be present. Ready to roll, no grinding necessary. Instructions: pour 250 mils of boiling water over 4 teaspoons of herbal mix. In other words, he hasn't got the license for it to be a herbal smoking blend, right? And he's got it licensed to be tea. Yes, it would be practically impossible to license something like that to smoke. It's got to be licensed as tea. But I've spoken to him, I've messaged him, I've explained to him that his combination is dangerous. That yes, nothing that you smoke or inhale is going to be good for you or safe. But with tobacco, and yes, I know it's bad, but there's tons and tons and tons of safety data. We know exactly how it reacts with the lungs. We know exactly how bad it is, and we know exactly what it does and what it's going to do. So there's no big surprises when people get cancer. But with the inhalation of these things, there's no long-term study, there's no long-term safety data, and nobody's doing those studies either. Nobody's doing long-term safety data studies. One thing I did ask, so obviously a lot of people in Amsterdam use marshmallow leaf instead of tobacco, because they have it on tables and stuff when you go into the cafes. So I asked the question to an AI about the statistics for how many people within Amsterdam and Holland use tobacco, and does it tally with the worldwide average for lung conditions and lung cancers. Now, would you believe that in Amsterdam they have a much lower rate of tobacco use, but a higher rate of lung conditions and lung cancers? So, to me, I think that needs to be studied. I think they need to look into what marshmallow leaf does to the lungs once you smoke it, because I'm now beginning to think that it probably isn't that safe. Either that or there's some really weird thing going on in Amsterdam that's skewing that data that's not to do with marshmallow. I don't know. This is just a question, but I think it's a bloody important question, and I think it needs answering. And so, in the meantime, moderate herbal blend. I'm afraid that I'll have to not only not recommend you, I'll have to say to people, I would advise against buying this blend because it contains chamomile, because it contains manuka honey, which, I mean, he's saying to me that there's apparently a safety test study done for inhaled manuka honey, and apparently it's supposed to be good for you. I've asked him for his research, and he's not sent me it. And I've given him a bit of time. I've even brought out an article about herbal blends in general, and he's not sent me the data. So to me, that probably means there is no data. So what I'm doing basically is just saying heads up, because this is already on the market. Don't buy it just until there's some safety data out on it, because it's bad enough that people are smoking anyway. They don't want to be smoking something that might make everything worse, especially if you happen to be allergic to chamomile and don't know it, smoking, having a fucking anaphylactic shock because of it. So I'll wash my hands and I'll just show that packet again. So yeah, basically, until he changes the recipe, avoid that one, because he's not thinking about your health, he's thinking about his pocket. So he might come back to me with safety data, but unless he's willing to change his blend, no. Right, where am I up to? Right, I need to salt. I've made a big mistake here. So what I need to do is put salt all around with peppers, but I've already put the stuff in them because I'm real clever like that. Where's the salt? There it is. And I'm getting odd messages. So how can I do this? Right. Let's put a lid on it. That's that one. Sorry, I'll just grind it into there and I'll just have to rub it around it. Yeah, you can tell that I'm a bit distracted. Oh, my hands are too greasy. Oh, do you know? And yes, I'm going to get coconut oil all over the cloth, but I can wash it. So it's my house, my rules. My house, my mess to clean up. And yes, I know that's a lot of salt, but I've got to do that, try and sort of roll it in it. God. Need to get me asparagus cooking, but these take like 40 minutes. They take forever. They really do. Trying to sort of throw it at the side. Is that how the chefs do it? Fuck me, that's going to be salty as fuck. Pepper. Proper pepper. Bit of rainbow pepper. Just on the top though, because there's already a little bit inside. And there's going to be an awful lot going into my sauce. So Joanna loved my asparagus sauce. I was trying to remember the word for it. So yeah, what I do is peppercorn sauce with asparagus. I was put this in the oven. I'm gonna have to turn you around. So because we're at this end now. We're cooking on gas now. No, we're not. We're cooking on a thingy one. Is that all right, or has that got stupid? Let's see if I can get you a bit closer. I just don't want you right on top of me because it's a bit right. So, ooh. Start a 20-minute timer. Oh, not 21, 20, because I nearly turning round. Right, the hob needs to go on. Right. So yeah, the peppercorn sauce that Joanne loves with a little wine. It's a piece of piss. You need a ton of butter. I mean, a ton of butter. You do need to be a bit closer, don't you? My chopping board's currently in the way. The kitchen's now a mess again. I'd tidied up a bit. And now it's a total tip again. Right. Butter. Knife. Butter knife. So I forgot what I was talking about again now. Oh no, I'd covered the subject, hadn't I? That hair land. So what else did I learn down there? All sorts of stuff really. But I spoke a lot with Chris Tasker. Now you know that we always talk about the fact that I say that CBD has put my autoimmune into remission. My complex regional pain syndrome, the most painful disease known to man, is in remission because I use CBD. And some people think that that's a fluke. I've checked, it isn't. The science is out there backing up what I'm saying. I need to get it off Chris Tasker. So CBD, cannabis, is an immune regulator. It doesn't suppress or boost. Well, it does. It does what it needs to do. So if you've got a weakened immune system for whatever reason, then CBD will boost your weakened immune system. If you've got an autoimmune disease, then the CBD will basically stop the autoimmune reaction from happening. It's clever. It knows what it's doing, does cannabis. It fixes. It's like McCollum said. He found it very interesting that for every disease known to man, he found that the endocannabinoid played a part. I mean, it doesn't take a genius, does it? I know I used a lot of wine, but that one, it was past its best and I didn't really like it anyway. Oh, that was vinegar. Oh no, you can't have orange juice and wine or water. There's a bit of a halo effect coming down from that light, isn't there? Let's see if that helps. No, it's still there, but whatever. Right, more butter, because you need a lot of butter. And then pepper. Salt. And then I'm going to be going to have a vape, I think. So I'm sort of running out of stuff to tell you about Cannabis Europa now. Let's see, who else did I meet? So I met Claire Kendall, and she runs one of the 420 groups. She's doing a tour of the UK, starting in Northern Ireland, I believe she said. She's going to be coming to Frome as well. So when she comes to Frome, I might just pop down if I've got time and if I'm not busy doing the garden. Oh God, I've got to go water tomatoes. So yeah, but yeah, like I say, I mean, there's been a lot happening, and yeah, there still is a lot happening, and there will be a lot happening. I can't really say much more, but things are moving and things are going on, and I'm going to be starting a new company. So totally different to the CBD thing. It's going to be all about fascia. Well, not all about fascia, but fascia is the main player. Out of the human body, there are two important systems, and the medical establishment are basically overlooking both of them. I mean, most doctors don't know what the endocannabinoid system is, and the ones that know what the fascia is think it's just padding. So, but it isn't. The fascia is like the fascia is fucking amazing. Just go and find the Fascia Guide documentary and watch it, and really watch it. And then there's them strolling under the skin, and it shows you the fascia alive and all these weird things that I've been doing, cracking things out and twanging, and it suddenly makes sense, and you'll suddenly understand. And then all of a sudden, I don't sound like quite such a lunatic when I'm saying that I've just moved this lump from here to here, and then this bit's moved. What it is, it was the gluey lymph. So when you become mobile, you get like all your lymph fluid that's supposed to be liquid, it goes to a gluey type of substance. And like, because I've been so immobile, my entire body was just glue, and I've managed to get rid of all the glue just about. There's a couple of little bits, but when I've been catching it in photographs, that's what I've been seeing is fascial adhesions or lumps of glue. And yeah, it's very interesting. Crikey, that's on a bit high. Right, let's turn that down. That needs to simmer for a very, very long time. I also need to get some tomato lobbed in it, because if you don't have a bit of tomato in it, it doesn't taste quite right. It's a bit too tarty. I usually like to use a fresh tomato, but actually, I wonder if I've got one ready. Nah, it's not quite ready, so I'm going to have to use some tomato puree. Luckily, I bought some today while I were in shop. Otherwise, I won't be able to use tomato puree. I have to use a not quite ready tomato, which isn't exactly ideal. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to do this. Let this start cooking, and go and water my tomatoes, because I am getting tired. I have no idea what time it is, and I've got some broccoli to steam, and I might just give the mangy touts a save till tomorrow to go with my fish. Because I'm actually, mind you, I can steam some mangy touts with my sprouting broccoli, couldn't I? Yeah, I can steam them together. And I'm going to make a salad with my homegrown salad. But yeah, I'm shattered. What time is it? It's only 6:30. Jesus, it's only 6:30. Only 6:30. Why am I so tired? God. I know why. I didn't finish my second coffee. A little bit of caffeine down the old neck. That'll keep me going a little bit longer. I've got messages to catch up with too. So that was a little bit of an update. Obviously, if you're in the MC UK group, you know that we're giving away a VZ. If you're not in the MC UK group, get in the MC UK group to win a VZ. I'll put the link in the comment, in the description. once I remember. So if it's not there instantly, it doesn't mean that I've forgotten. It means I like to upload the video straight away, and then I'll go back and put the description and stuff. I don't know, I just do it like that. That's just how I am. And it's like if I've made something, you've got to see it as soon as I've made it, because otherwise it's outdated and like half an hour might have passed and I'll have eaten by then. And, you know, you're not going to know what. I know, I'm a bit weird, aren't I? But anyways, what am I going to use to mix this around? So that still needs more butter in it. Way more butter. Way more butter. Oops. And pepper. Don't worry, it's pink Himalayan. That's how I can use so much of it. So I think I've forgotten my train of thought again, so it's about time to go. Yeah, I am really tired. It took me quite a bit of time to recover from Cannabis Europa, partly because when I went there, I didn't have the lid on my iron properly, so my iron liquid spilt everywhere. So I'd run out of iron pretty much by, well, yeah, I ran out of iron pretty quickly, and I wasn't taking enough because I didn't have enough. I've now got iron again, and it's getting into my system, but yeah, it takes a little while, and hopefully, I mean, today I've had more energy than I did yesterday, and the day before yesterday, my God, was just a total write-off. So I think I'm getting there. But I'm going to go and have a sit down and a vape. No, I'm not. I'm going to go water my tomatoes, and then I'm going to go and have a sit down and a vape while I wait for my dinner to finish cooking, while I catch up on social media and let into the group please tell me what it's at now. I wish somebody else was doing all this for me. So we've got 133 people waiting to get into the group. So yes, that's what I do in my spare time. And a bit of dancing. Anyway, right, so I'm going to go water my tomatoes, and I'm going to go sit down, go through some of the requests, attempt to catch up with it, have a vape, and probably not manage to watch an episode of Yellow Jackets again because it'll get too late. I'll need a shower and then it'll be bedtime. But anyway, whatever. It's all fun. Oh, well, you all have a great night. And if you're getting stoned, don't get drunk. Unless you've done it before and you know you're okay with it, then it's fine. But yeah, and don't forget, don't buy that unless he changes the recipe, basically. And I can't think of anything else. I've sort of run out of interesting things to say. I managed 30 odd minutes though, and when I'm tired, I think that's pretty good going. Oh, and I got my venti back. Yes, well, I didn't get it back. They just sent me a new one. My venti got the EO4 error message, as it does. So I had to message them. And they were really good. Just straight away sent me a new one. And I hadn't registered it either, so I had to register it and then literally ask them to send me a new one. It was still within warranty. But I've got an old Volcano one of the ones with dial that's out of warranty. And I'm kind of hoping that they'll be kind and repair it so that I can do a giveaway thing. Well, not a giveaway. I'm thinking of raffling it off within the group. And the money that I raise from the raffle can go towards buying another vape to raffle. So we can have like a rolling raffle every month, every few months, whatever people vote on. So if people think that's a good idea, if you do and you're in the group, let me know. But as for now, I've got to go. Right, bye guys, have a great one. And I shall catch up with you next time I've got something interesting or even not interesting to say. Bye guys, have a great one.